Parents today face an enormous amount of pressure. The message we often hear is that if we don't buy the right educational gadgets or cycle through daily flashcards, our kids will fall behind. We feel obligated to engineer their intelligence from day one, chasing a benchmark of genius that seems impossible to reach. This anxiety stems from a specific, widespread misconception: the idea that a child's mind is an empty vessel. We treat toddlers like passive containers that simply need to be filled up with facts and figures as quickly as possible. As a result, we rush 3-year-olds into highly structured academic settings. We schedule their days down to the minute, which ends up stifling their innate, natural desire to explore the world on their own terms. We assume this accelerated pacing gives them a crucial head start. But early academic drills actually promote superficial learning, rote memorization without any real foundational understanding of the concepts they are repeating. Millions of years of evolutionary brain science tell a completely different story. Human brains are already hardwired for optimal development, and that process doesn't require a rigid curriculum. The ultimate cognitive engine for a child isn't a classroom at all. It is unstructured play. When it comes to early development, play equals learning. To understand why play is so effective, we have to look at the neurobiology and clear up a few misconceptions. You have probably heard the idea that children are either strictly left-brained and logical or right-brained and creative. However, that binary divide is a complete myth. Actual brain function requires the complex interplay and collaboration of both hemispheres for almost every single task a child attempts. This timeline visualizes what neuroscientists call experience-expectant skills. It shows how abilities like language and vision develop naturally along a fixed evolutionary path. These milestones require minimal outside intervention. They happen because the brain simply expects the regular input from a normal environment. Looking further down the diagram, we see new branches splitting off. These are experience-dependent skills, like reading. Unlike early physical milestones, these skills do not have a strict early window. They can be developed continuously throughout a person's entire life. You don't have to be the omnipotent architect of your child's intelligence. Evolution has already equipped their brains to learn naturally from the world around them. This comparison table breaks down the difference between memorizing and understanding. On the left, we have superficial learning, flashcards and drills confined to specific, rigid situations. On the right is real learning, which is the ability to actually apply knowledge across different dynamic contexts. Real learning happens through action. Take a child building a tower out of blocks and books. While it looks like a basic game, a hidden physics lesson is happening. He's actively experimenting with gravity, testing balance, and developing spatial awareness. This active engagement extends to emotional and social intelligence as well. When babies use simple tools like sign language, they gain the ability to communicate their needs early, which significantly reduces their daily frustration. Everyday responsive nurturing, the core of attachment theory, gives babies a safe baseline to interpret how other people feel and react. This growth tracker illustrates how those early secure attachments branch outward. Unstructured physical and social play builds the emotional resilience and cognitive flexibility that flashcards completely ignore. If extensive educational gadgets and early academic drills aren't the answer, what should we actually do to support our kids? The researchers behind these studies offer a highly practical framework. They call it the 3 R's: reflect, resist, and recenter. First, reflect. Take a moment to be mindful of your parenting decisions. Look critically at your family schedule and ask whether those highly organized, back-to-back activities are truly benefiting your child. Second, resist. You have the power to say no to societal pressures. You can reject the unnecessary and stressful academic benchmarks that are pushed onto toddlers. Finally, recenter. Put unstructured play, exploration, and the simple enjoyment of childhood back at the core of daily life. The science is clear. Everyday moments and spontaneous play build stronger cognitive foundations than any costly product on the market. You don't need to act as an omnipotent teacher. You just need to be a responsive guide. We'd love to hear about your own experiences. What is the most surprising thing your child has learned just by playing? Share your spontaneous play moments in the comments below.